just 6 months' time, I went from being dead broke to the strongest 16-year-old with a 6-figure business. And today I'm going to be sharing the strategies that transform my productivity to help build the life that I wanted. So if you're ready to step up your game, just give me a few minutes of your time, pull out your notebook, and I promise that by the end of this video, you'll have all the tools to outwork everyone around you. Now let's get real for a second. Boredom is something that most of you guys cannot handle. We're addicted to constant stimulation from these things. We're always scrolling endlessly and you're always checking your notifications every 2 minutes. I know because I've been there. But here's the thing, if you can learn to embrace that boredom, it can literally become your secret weapon. I want you to genuinely ask yourself, when was the last time I sat with my thoughts? No phone, no noise, no extra stimulation, just you by yourself. You probably can't even think of the last time that happened. The problem is that we've trained our brains to avoid boredom at all costs. But if you can master that boredom, if you can sit in silence and still get that work done, you'll literally become unstoppable. I'm telling you guys that from my perspective because I used to be addicted to my phone. My screen time was over 9 hours a day. Now, when you stop relying on these quick dopamine hits, you create space to be able to be in a state of deep focus. You'll start completing tasks that takes other people's hours to do in less than half of the time. You guys need to realize that everyone around you is distracted, and that's exactly why they're stuck where they are. Now, if your habits are the same as these other people, if you're constantly chasing that stimulation, how do you think you'll ever separate yourself from those people? Now, in a world that's constantly pulling you in 1,000 different directions, there's one skill that will set you apart, and that is the skill of deep focus. Now, if you can learn to enter this state of deep work, you can literally get more work done in hours than most other people can do in days. And for me, it's been very essential in my success, and it's also a non-negotiable. Now, every single day, I set a timer, I put my phones in another room, and I just lock in on what needs to get done. No social media, no text, no interruptions, just purely work. Now, the length of this timer varies for me, and it should vary for you based off of how much work you have to do. But what I like to do is if I think something's gonna take, say, 2 hours, I'm gonna set a timer for 1.5 and just push myself to finish it within that time. When I'm in deep work, time literally seems to move faster and you just get lost in the work. An hour will go by just like that and you'll be like, damn, well, now I can chill out for the rest of the day. And I can tell you right now, if you experience the power of deep work once, you will become addicted to it. Now, the best part about deep work is just like anything you do in life. The more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. Your focus will gradually get sharper, your mind will gradually get stronger, and the distractions eventually fade away. And in doing this over time, you'll realize that you're getting twice as much done in half the amount of time. You guys need to realize that time is the most valuable asset you have. If you can finish something in 1 hour that's supposed to take 3 hours, you've won. Now here's a quick tip for you. Set a dedicated time each day for deep work. Literally block that time out in your calendar. Because what happens in your brain is that it's gonna start associating that time with being focused, and eventually it will become a habit. The more you train yourself to be able to work like this, the more you'll be able to separate yourself from everyone else. There's a quote that I like that communicates this message very clearly. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to focus deeply is a superpower. Now here's a part that I personally messed up a lot myself. I didn't have clear set goals. I was just sort of like drifting from one day to the other without any direction or any purpose. Now if you want to outwork everyone, you need to know exactly where you're going. You need to have a clear, defined goal set out for yourself. Because without clear goals, you're literally just wasting your energy. I'm gonna be real with you guys. If you're waking up every day without a plan, you're losing before you even start. You need to understand that clarity is power. And that's why every single night before I go to bed, I pull out this bad boy and I set clear, specific goals for the next day. In doing this, every single morning I wake up, I know exactly what needs to be done for the day. It's simply not enough to just work hard. A lot of people work hard, but you need to be working hard on the right things. I want you to get crystal clear on what you're trying to achieve, whether it's in the gym, in work, or whatever your personal objectives are. This eliminates that kind of mental fog that comes with not knowing where to start. It's honestly like a million times easier to lock in when you know what you need to lock in on, right? Now what you'll notice is when you have clear goals and a plan to reach those goals, you'll stop debating with yourself on what to do next. And by doing that, you're eliminating that kind of decision fatigue. Instead of wasting your energy wondering what to work on, you can put that energy into doing exactly what you need to do. Everyone's too busy or procrastinating on, oh, I need to get this done, but I also need to get this done. You end up in a spot, half an hour will go by and you haven't done any actual work because you haven't decided on what to do. So you need to set out a plan to avoid that. So here's my next tip for you. Tonight, I want you to write down what you want to achieve tomorrow. Make it clear, make it actionable, and when you wake up, you'll know exactly what to do. Now trust me when I say this simple habit will change the way you approach your days, and over time it'll change your life. And I speak from experience because it changed my life. And so now you know, outworking everyone isn't about luck or talent. You really just have to work smarter and not harder, because I know people that are putting a lot more hours in, yet I'm still getting so much more done than they are. Now here is my challenge for you. Today, take that leap of faith and make that decision to outwork everyone around you. All you need to do is set clear goals, embrace the grind, and in doing those things, you give yourself no option but to succeed. If you have the systems in place to succeed, you literally cannot fail. There's no other way but for you to win. Now, brother, I want you to join me in that part of becoming the top 1%. So if you do want to become part of that journey, subscribe to me and comment down what video you guys want to see from me next. Apart from that, I hope this video was helpful to someone. I hope you guys all have a great day. Stay blessed.